Okay.
Good evening, members. Thanks for the time. Today we are from Group 1. We'll present our project work. But the first one is I will introduce the member of the group. The first one is Randy Rotaso. The second one is Rusniawati Muni. Third is Agnesari Mole. Fourth is Aldiner Nere. Five is Lisra Wabula. And the last is Roy Left. So let's start from the question number 1.
Okay. Question number 1. Identify two specific strategies that Ms. Piasta might use to promote Reshound's interactions with his peers and or language experience in the classroom. For each, explain exactly why the strategy would be effective. So there are two strategies used by Ms. Piazza, namely one, discovery learning models. So discovering learning models is to understand concept meanings and relationship through an intuitive process to finally arrive at the uh, conclusion.
Okay, the second fun learning strategy. Fun learning strategy are strategy used to create an effective learning environment, deliver material, and facilitate the learning process. This learning strategy is also known as a fun learning strategy with humor. Uh, in implementing fun learning strategies with humor, the teacher must continue to accompany students so they don't get carried away with the relaxed situation created in class and take the teacher teaching in class lightly. So the use of learning strategy in the classroom is very important. The suitability of learning strategies should also be considered if the use of learning strategies in the classroom is not appropriate, uh, it will have a negative impact on students and their learning outcomes. Okay, next.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, now we are going to question 2. Miss Piasta is interested in observing Rashawn's language skills, makes it up to elicit his skills in different aspects of form, content, and use. If he is able to engage in this task effectively, what will Miss Piasta learn from each? Okay. There three aspects are form, content, and use. Uh, form is how words, sentence, and sounds are organized and arranged to content. Form includes phonology, morphology, and syntax. Phonology is rules governing the sounds used to make syllables and words. And then morphology rules governing the internal organization of words and syllables. And the last one is syntax. Syntax rules governing the internal organization of sentence. The second point, the second aspect is content. Content is the meaning words people use and concept represented by words and groups of words. The last aspect is use. Use describes the functions served by language or how people draw on language functionally to meet personal and social needs. Okay, that's all. Next.
Okay, thank you for the chance. Now I would like to answer the question, the third question. Well, Ms. Piasta need to take a look in home environment of Russian, and it is more effective than in school environment. There are actually two reasons why is it more effective. The first one is that Ms. Piasta can be able to collecting more data, of course, for comparing, concluding, and to make a next step how to handle him. Actually, it is very important as a teacher to get many informations as a data before make a next step. Well, the second point is about it is probably related to the psychological things. Of course, it must be important to take a look at Russians' background, as we have read that on the book, and Ms. Piasta as a teacher should take a look at that very carefully, so he can choose the right method to handle the problem of Russian, which is the loss of confidence to communicate with other classmates. Well, that's all the answer of the third question.
Okay, maybe that's all from. Okay, ma'am and friends, maybe that's all from our group.